What's up, everybody? It's your girl Juju. Everybody loves Juju. 1-2 talks hoops. I'm here to bring you the AP Top 25. Yep, I was waiting just to see what's going on and women's basketball and who's coming on down today. Come on in, come on in. If it's your first time here, hit that button, hit that like and subscribe button, and follow me here for more USC Trojan content and other women's hoops talk. But listen, yesterday was uh, there's a lot going on in NCAA hoops. What's up, Emily? How you doing? Haven't seen you, haven't heard from you, or is it just me? Yesterday there was a lot of college games going on, a lot of great games going on all around the country. USC Trojan women were the last game of the evening for us, night for others, and they did not disappoint. USC Trojans handily beat Penn State, um, 95 something. I'll tell you the score in a minute. But yeah, you working and lurking. That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up, Political Lil? You here? Hey, Juju, do we have them coming on down? Yeah, let's find out who's coming on down, right? That's what it's all about. So much was happening yesterday. Hello, Yolanda Hall. What's up? What's up? Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, man. Again, I just want to just say my prayers and my thoughts to Los Angeles and these fires. So many people have so much mass destruction going on. A lot of monumental places that I've been to that are no longer in existence, and lives have been lost. Not in the hundreds or anything. I think maybe 16 so far. Animals displaced. It's just not good. Yeah, and for USC to come out and for Penn State, hats off to Penn State for making that travel trip to us. We appreciate it. I think they're going to hang around and play UCLA on their road trip. UCLA is going to change their game over to the Long Beach Pyramid, as I thought. So that's good. So Long Beach must not be having a game at the time. Um, so that's a good thing that they're going to keep us. They kept us on the schedule just to give our city a time to lift our spirits for a couple of hours, if any. Just like in World War II, you had women taking over factory jobs that men once held, and women playing baseball to keep, because baseball is America's pastime, passion at the time, and just to keep our spirits up. Um, Juju putting on for the city. I call her the people's champ. Being very articulate behind the mic. I know her Good Juju Foundation probably is going to get out there and donate. I'm really proud of our city and how we've come together with donations and resources and places to stay, because not the whole area of Los Angeles is at all, or Southern California is being affected. So those who can help are helping, and we're just pulling together, it's bringing us together as a community. So yeah, and yesterday was our alumni game for USC, so they had a lot of alumni show up and just come out and celebrate these young people. And Juju actually got to meet Sherry Nelson. Sherry Nelson was our, you know, what would you call her? All-time leading single game scorer with 50. And I remember Sherry Nelson from back in the day. I think I was already out of school. Yeah, I was out of 89, out of college when she scored her 50 points. And so she took a photo with Sherry Nelson with her 51. Sign up next to Sherry's 50. So to see this generation after all those years standing next to each other and taking a photo was just, I don't know, it's just nostalgic and iconic for me. Yes, yes, exactly. Hats off to the game under the stress of the fires, for sure, and hats off to our first responders as well. Like, just keep them in prayer as well, because I know it's tough. I mean, they have shifts, but they're going 24 hours, at this. But when our winds kick up and the vegetation and the firestorm is created, it's just not good. It's just not good at all. Okay, let's get started. I got 7 of you. I'll take it. Hit that like button. I'll take it. Anybody else that joins has any questions, they can come either check with me or check on the AP site. So let's get at it. Okay, remaining in the number one spot with 16-0 win in the Big Ten is UCLA. They're still 16-1. They're holding that number one spot down um, until they lose. South Carolina holding down that number two spot, 16-1 for the Southeast Western Conference. They had a fantastic game. They actually played Texas Longhorns yesterday. Big Schaefer and the girls, Rory, Madison, Preston, Lee, Oldacre. I don't know what happened. I just know that South Carolina looked really good in CLA yesterday. I mean, they got it done. Um, they look like they're ready to play their conference play and to go through their gauntlet um, with ease. In my opinion, I think they look the best in the SEC right now. Texas Madison Booker struggled heavily. I've never seen her struggle as much as I seen her yesterday. I have no idea. She really just had a off night. I expect her to fix it and come back with a vengeance. And they do play each other again this year. I love the young players paying homage to the pioneers and the previous record holders. I mean, it was so cool. I mean, I don't know, politically, it just touched me because I actually watched Sherry Nelson play. She was the next great after Cheryl Miller, and then when Sherry Nelson, she was our center, and she came in. I think she was a forward, big forward. And when she hit that 50, I thought, okay, USC is still gonna be, in the hunt, um, and still be at the top. And to meet Juju, I will say that she said that they said that she actually her parents' home was lost in the Altadena fire. I think she's from Altadena, probably went to Muir, and her parents lost her. Is it low? I'm sorry. Her parents lost. Tell me how the sound is now, Sports Time. Thank you, Sports Time Stories. Appreciate that. Her parents lost their home in Altadena, but she still wanted to make the game and to finally meet Juju because she had it met them. So I love when like you said, the pioneers meet the future and come out and support them. And a lot of people were just like me. I heard of Juju through high school and things like that. But until I saw with my own eyes, it's a totally different story when you see. I mean, she has like 4 gears, and until you come out and see her in person, it's just nothing like it. So them taking a photo next to each other was just amazing in the locker room. Madison Booker looks like she has lost a lot of weight. She did rapidly. She was out of sync. I saw that. But politically, we were talking about that, and that's how we were looking at Madison. Last week or so, and I started to notice that she kind of reminds me of Tamika Catchings, and I only said that because the weight that she lost, I thought was like, okay, interesting. Maybe I'm not sure why she lost it, but um, and then she didn't pick up muscle when she lost it. To me, Emily Jones said thumbs up. Is that better? Thank you guys. Thank you. And I apologize for that. So next is Notre Dame. Notre Dame 14-2. That's going to be critical for them, for us, because being 14-2, and let's say we play UCLA. I know we don't play them until February, but let's say we knock them off, or somebody knocks them off, like Maryland or something, or we knock them off. That can push us up back into our third spot, respectively. Hannah Hidalgo didn't play yesterday. I think she's suffering from an ankle injury, possibly in practice because nothing was noted about her having an ankle injury in a game. So um, they handled Clemson handily. Clemson was hanging close early in that game, and then they pulled away. Leah Chu King was fantastic in that game. She was doing her thing. They fed her. They kept going to her. No one could stop her in the mid range. So yeah, she looked good. Exactly, that kind of weight loss is concerning. I'm just saying. I mean, it didn't. I mean, it's not like she put on muscle when she lost it, and I don't know who told her to lose it. It's like I liked her at the size that she was because she was a big guard um, with handles, and I thought it was kind of cool. Texas got their welcome to the SEC. Yolanda said from South Carolina. I mean, or maybe it's it's the CLA. I mean, CLA maybe was too much. I don't know. When they play LSU, they're gonna get another welcome to the SEC. Yeah, they're gonna get another one because I hear playing in the PMAC is cray cray. It's cray cray. So Texas, y'all better get it together. You better figure it out. Figure it out. You know how to play in the SEC. I know Brenda Freeze tried to make that comment about USC. Welcome to the Big Ten, and I'm like, excuse me, we're dominating the Big Ten. The Cali girls, we played Ohio State first game of the season. Juju had 32. Wasn't no welcome to nothing, and beat Nebraska. Beat one against Penn State by one. I mean, I don't know what she talking about. Welcome to the Big Ten. Ain't nobody scared. Um, Clemson, Clemson coach put his players in a box, not letting them shoot in the first quarter. Oh, you know what? I don't know her name, but I think she's a point guard with the kind of like afro. I thought she was gonna get a little bit loose too in the first quarter, but they let them get to Notre Dame get too comfortable. I thought that Clemson actually without Hannah could match up a whole lot better and stay with them throughout that game and actually put up a decent fight. But I don't know what happened. USC is in the fourth spot. Um, 16-1. We will not be playing Northwestern. Northwestern didn't want to take the trip to Cali to play UCLA and play us, which they were probably going to lose anyway. But they didn't want to take that trip. And I think that would have been another big game for Juju. Juju had 35 and 11 rebounds, some assists, some blocks, steals. She did it all last night. She did it all. And I knew her numbers were going to go up. And I know that she's slowly progressing to catch Hannah and Tanaya Latson in the stats, and I'm telling you, she's going to be the number one scorer by the time of the end of the regular season. I'm not even worried about it. I mean, this is a USC Trojan channel, and I'm being honest. Like, that race is going to be closer than you think. All she needs to do is something extraordinary, like she did to separate herself from Hannah last year when they were neck and neck, in my opinion, for freshman of the year. She's going to do something extraordinary, whether it be a big win against a top school like UCLA, or whether she puts up a mighty number, or she has like some kind of triple, quadruple, quintuple, double, triple, five stats of 10. I don't know, but whatever it is, she's gonna her percentages have gone up. Her scoring has gone up. Her rebounds have gone up. I mean, she's actually still under what her rebounds were last year. Her assists have gone up. She got more people. If they could just finish half of the passes that she gives them right on the money, right under the basket, right there. I mean, her assists could be crazy, but hey, that's why sometimes she has to take it because it's like, nah, you ain't about to mess my shit up. LSU 18-0. What do we think about that? LSU has won more games than UCLA, Carolina, Notre Dame, USC. I think they've won more games than anybody in the entire top 25. They are 18-0. What y'all think about that? Yolanda said, "I'm with you about Juju. She's on a mission. get back, girl. Yeah, she on a mission. And if we run it, I'm telling you, if we run into Notre Dame anytime in this tournament, it's curtains. It's curtains because we got Kennedy Smith on defense, and something that having her on the wing opposite of Juju really helps. Takes the tension off of Juju and spreads the floor, and with their read and react offense that operates in a spontaneous manner, it's really hard to prepare for them because you're looking for plays. Yeah, we got certain plays, inbound plays, certain plays in certain situations that we'll call when certain players are on the floor, especially if we have a lot of freshmen. We'll run a little bit more plays because they come from that type of system. But the more that they tend to play together, and the more that they tend to to gel, and their chemistry comes together, they play in rhythm, um, and they trust and Juju. They trust one another. Um, you're going to see a different team if they were to say play Notre Dame. Not a thing, Jew. Not a thing, Jew. LSU has great guards, which is very important come Ncaa tournament. Yeah, they do. They do, and I love that Gilbert kid. She's a freaking closer. She's clutch. I don't think nothing. I don't think nothing. Gilbert bailed them out so many times. Okay, so you don't think anything? Okay, yeah, I know Gilbert bails them out, right? And Emily, I've been watching the games with you, seeing the same thing. But if they can stay close to a team, and you got a player like Gilbert, hey, that's money because she's done it every single time. Next up after LSU with that 18-0 record, and by the way, LSU went up one step right behind SC, which I kind of felt that they would, um, because Texas just couldn't hold that spot. They couldn't hold it down. They couldn't hold it down. UConn at 6. What y'all think about UConn being at 6, 15-2? I'm still not a believer in UConn making the Elite Eight for some reason. I just think that their conference is weak. They'll get through it. Don't know what quad they're going to be in, but if they come across, if they're in a quad and they're in their bracket, and they come across a team that is hungry and like an LSU or Notre Dame or us again, they I don't see how they can make the Final Four or the eighth or Elite Eight. Gilbert is part of the team. How is she bailing them out? Adrian said. Good question. Good question. Good question. How is Gilbert bailing them out? If she's part of the team, she's like, what is she like, Adrian? Like six man or something like that. She's part of the team. She's part of the offense. She contributes to the offense. I agree with all of that. And it just so happens like when LSU is battling and there's a close game, it's either you're gonna look for Michaela. I think you're gonna look for Flage, but Gilbert is the one who's clutch. So I guess what they're saying, I'm not sold on UConn. I'm just not sold on UConn. But I think they got it right with LSU in the fifth spot. But 18-0 is nasty. It's nasty work. Um, Next, seventh is under UConn is Texas. Let's see what you're saying. Sports Time said, as long as Fudd, Page, and Strong come back healthy, they easily can make the Elite Eight. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. You think they can easily make the Elite Eight? Now, mind you, I said they were 6. I said Texas is 7. I don't know if Texas. I don't know if Texas. I don't know if Texas is really like a 7 seed for me right now. With Maryland being 15-1, I think Cheyenne Sellers is on a mission. And then Ohio State is undefeated with 16-0. Ohio State wants to make some noise. So these are pretty tough teams right here, athletic teams. I feel that Maryland is really athletic. I think Ohio State has a really tough defense. Um, that if say like UConn would have to face them, it's gonna be nasty. That's her job. She's a closer. Gilbert asked the coach to let her take the last shot after Moki had drawn up another play. She did. Oh, okay, okay. Go on, girl. LSU got to fix their defense and post play for real. And starters are getting tired. Kim better use that bench. And then Adrian said, "Thanks, political deals. You nailed it." Yolanda said, Adrian, that that you know they got to fix their defense, um, the post play, and post player play, I believe, for real. And the starters are getting tired. Kim better use that bench. She got a bench too. She actually got some players over there. I've actually got to see them earlier in the season. I'm surprised I haven't really seen them much since then, but I do like them. Adrian agrees, and Adrian is a Tiger fan. She's full on for the Tiger for LSU. She know all about LSU. So if she said you're right, you're right. I mean, I think every single one of these teams have room for improvement. All of us have room for improvement in something. Being that it's second week of January, that's good. That it's something that's doable. In every aspect of what you guys, whatever criticism we have for every single one of these teams, they got time and they got room to fix it. Big girl, what's happening? Didn't UConn make the Elite Eight? Yeah, they did. They did. They played us, and they beat us by 7 um, to get to the Final Four with AZ. So what makes you think they won't? I think the difference this year is Aaliyah Edwards. I think Aaliyah Edwards and Nika Mule. I think Aaliyah Edwards and Nika Mule is the difference, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Um, Yolanda Hall said because that puts them before that puts them before in a bad place because if she's tired, she can't be her best on defense. Okay. Adrian says she does use the bench though, but they are not stepping up. She's not going to keep them out there if they're not helping out there. I heard that. That's what I'm talking about, Adrian. Oh, because that puts Big in a bad place. They're not stepping up. Yeah, they're not stepping up. And then Moki, Politico said Moki has identified the defense as a problem, and they're working on it. She knows her inside game has weaknesses because of Smith. Still is not over her injury. She didn't go small in the Tennessee game. Good point. Good point out. Good point out. Good point out. James of Flatbush, what's happening? Michigan and Ohio out. Okay, wait. I didn't get to that yet. Let's go. So after number 8 seed Maryland, 15-1. Number 9 Ohio State. So they're gonna face each other, and we'll see if that flip flops. TCU's at 10, 17-1. What y'all think about TCU being 17-1? Kentucky 15-1. I'm really shocked Kentucky's doing as well as they're doing with Kenny. I mean, well, not because of Kenny Brooks, but I think they're doing as well because of Kenny Brooks and Georgia Amore. Oklahoma 14-3. They have 3 losses, so they dropped 3 spots. Now, tell me, somebody, did Oklahoma get upset or something because they dropped 3 spots? North Carolina went up 5 spots. Now, North Carolina is a team that I kind of felt like early on I saw something in them. I kind of like North Carolina for some reason. When I say that, I don't mean like them in terms of being in fear of them being in the Final Four, but I think that they're doing a lot better than anyone expected them to, losing Deja Kelly. So I'm kind of not surprised that they went up 5 spots. Obviously, I think they must have upset a team to go up that many spots. But yeah, North Carolina, I don't know, I just like them. Tennessee, 15 spot, 14-2. But even though Tennessee lost, they went up a spot. That's kind of something right there. Duke dropped 2 spots. They're in the 16th spot. Yeah, I think they got that right. Duke to me got some ebbs and some flows that I don't even know what to say about Duke. I don't understand them, but okay, whatever. Because when you got a strong defensive team, if you could just turn your defense into offense, you got a squad. Kenny Brooks brought all his. I was thinking that because I was going to say that he brought all of his players with him from Virginia Tech. That's why they're immediately competitive in the SEC. But it's the SEC though. That's what I'm saying. You brought them to the SEC, but what about Texas? Texas was big time in the Big 12. They came with their squad and Oklahoma lost to Mississippi State. That's what it was. They lost to Mississippi State. Diamond DeShield's sister plays for them. 17th spot Georgia Tech, 15-2. Cal Berkeley went up 6 spots. I was so proud of Cal. I'm so proud of my Cal Berkeley's up here in the Bay. We went up 6 spots, 16-2. Coach Sharman, formerly of she played for Stanford back in the day. She's trying to make some noise up. She's trying to make some more noise in the ACC conference. But yeah, she moved up 6 spots. I think they beat Tenai Lancet and Florida State Seminoles, if I'm correct. Yeah, Farrell. SC smoked Texas. You ain't lying. Alabama 16-2. Hey, don't sleep on Alabama. Anybody got any thoughts about Alabama? Alabama 16-2. They did drop a spot. North Carolina State, they stay hanging on by a thread. In the 21 spot, 12-4 at the 21 spot. Michigan State 22 spot. They went down to Utah, went down 123. Minnesota and Oklahoma State. I think these two are two new teams to the top 25, and they didn't even call it the top 25. Minnesota and Oklahoma State are 24. They didn't even call it a 25. They have them both tied in the 24th spot. So let's see what y'all saying. King Lion, what's happening? Southeastern Conference is the conference to beat. The best teams are in that. How are the best teams in that conference, King Lion? How are the best teams in the conference in the SEC when UCLA is number 1 and USC is number 4, and then South Carolina's here, and you don't see another SEC team until you got South Carolina at number 2, and then you got LSU at number 5, but you got UCLA at number 1 and USC at number 4. How's that? Explain that one to me. I'm not quite understanding how that makes them the best conference, unless you want to take another factor in, like, oh, we have this many in the top 25 as compared to Big Ten having this many. Go on and count it up and tell me what you get. Good afternoon. What's up, FM? SC smoking Alabama on Thursday by 33. Okay, you heard it here. Farrell said South Carolina gonna smoke Alabama by 33 points. You heard it here, Farrell. I know you're probably going to slide over to Sex Talk Sports on that day. So, Farrell, put your prediction in there when you get on Sex Talk Sports. You heard it here first. My thoughts in Alabama is that Alabama won't win the big games. They got blown out by Texas. Yeah. Been told y'all. I know I know Alabama got a solid squad. They dropped the game by 40. I don't know what happened there, but they could bounce back. Hey, they could bounce back. Listen to Political Lil. She be on it. FM Notre Dame getting 2 number 1 votes with 2 losses, and I know FM and SC getting 0 number 1 votes doesn't make sense. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they did get 0. We got 0 too. I don't know. I don't know what they see like so strongly in Notre Dame. And no offense to Notre Dame and Coach Ivy and everything. It's just that with Hannah out, you've seen a drop. But with Watkins out playing Texas, you don't see a drop. They look great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would hope that if Juju got hurt, that Kiki and them would hold it down. And that tells me a lot, like how codependent you are on Hannah. That you would let a team like Clemson kind of look good against you. Alabama lost to Texas by 40. That's why they went down. Yeah, King Lion. Yeah, that's right. Texas smoked them. I don't know what happened. FM, it's the narrative control. Political, it's the narrative control. They did LSU the same way after they lost to Colorado. Exactly, FM said. What's up, Washu? What's up? What's up? I just noticed what you said. Notre Dame got 2 votes. So that 2 under there means that they get 2 votes for the number one spot, and Carolina gets nothing. But with a 14, that's weird, huh? Wow. Why did they get those two votes? What did they do? Who did they beat? Okay, that's weird. That's a good call out. I like that you brought that up. I'm gonna pay attention to that. Why did they get two votes? What are they doing? That like who did they beat? That they beat UConn and they beat us when we were number three and UConn was number two. Maybe South Carolina hasn't beaten. Well, South Carolina doesn't even get a chance to play anybody in the top four. They don't even get a chance to play anybody. Say it again, big girl again. Why she said, okay, good point. SC actually looked smoother. Fagan had a great game. Defense was nice, and the team defended well. I think Bree Hall's defense was really good too. I noticed that Raven had like last I had counted was like 9 rebounds. I don't know what she ended up with. Um, I think I saw a lot of different. I mean, of course, like Don even said it, but I can see it too. There's still room for improvement with them. I think the score could have gone a little bit higher. I think a lot what happens with like Notre Dame and people like LSU, they score a lot of points. USC Trojans, they score a lot of points, and they take a lot of those things into consideration, like how much you score and how much you hold another team to. It's nothing but political games. Nothing but political games. Ain't nothing. I think about political games. Political. You tell me if I'm wrong. I think about that when I think about UConn. I think about they give them the benefit of the doubt all the time, and I think their engine runs through. Somebody said, "Why don't I think they would make the Elite Eight?" Um, I know last year that they looked better second half of the conference season. They started to really turn it up. Like AZ is going to have to really turn her game up and be able to stay in the game longer. I think Paige is going to have to be more aggressive. I think Sarah needs to keep doing what Sarah's doing. KK Arnold, Shade. They got a freshman out of San Jose out here. Uh, how to pronounce her name? Kimberly. Um, she needs to be a big factor. They don't seem to be. Ice Brady doesn't seem to like this is going to be her year. Um, so yeah. So I think there's so many factors that no one's afraid of UConn, and that's for sure. No one's really afraid of them. The game will talk. AP beyond top five ain't worth debating. March will tell the truth. Um, that said, surpassing UConn was sweet. Be for real. It says BR. Not sure what that means, Keyline. Oh, Breezy. Okay, Breezy Hall. Um, been a couple of days preparing for her matchup against Madison Booker. She says she wants some YouTube videos on her. She watched some YouTube videos. She did, and that's how you do it. You prepare for who you're going to cover and who you're to defend, and you check out what their tendencies are, what they have a tendency to do, and you study them. Whoever you're going to be guarding, you got to study them, and then you take advantages of things that you know that they're going to do. I love that she did that. She took her assignment seriously. They love discrediting LSU and South Carolina. They always have to show them the disrespect is real for both teams, but they always end up FAFO. Fuck around and find out, right? I can't wait till they play each other. But it's so cold because it's like to me, it's like a lot of the games that you guys are gonna play, you're gonna be knocking each other off and around. You know what I'm saying? Similar to the Big Ten, that could happen in the Big Ten. Breezy Hall spent a couple of days preparing to defend lockdown Madison Booker. She said, "Yeah, I saw that." Okay. Every media outlet said Texas was a team that was going to test SC. I know. They said that. They said that last year. They were talking about. They had Texas for a long time. Like we would always look up and, I mean, I think they were like a top seed. Um, when they did the brackets, and I was just like, what, what are you guys, what are you guys seeing, Texas? USC, my USC Trojans had a private scrimmage against them and beat them before the season started. So I don't know. Every media, okay, yeah, Booker, Booker must have heard Bree said what she said by now. Look, this is what I gotta say about it. It was obvious and noticeable that Booker had an off night. So, what if Booker gets back on track? Would that game be more competitive next time around? Can we say that it could be a better game for them? Because I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand. She was at one point in the first half. She was like 2 for 17. I wouldn't have took her out either until like finally like the third quarter. I was like, she doesn't have it, and you're embarrassing her keeping her in. I mean, I was commending her coach for believing in her, keeping her in, even though she was like 2 for 17. I wouldn't have taken her out either. Like like if she could have just saw a layup go in, if she could have saw the ball go through the hoop, at some point I thought she could get hot. But literally, you guys, it's scary to me how much weight she's lost. Um, she just looks different. Maybe she had COVID. I don't know, but she seemed weaker, frail to me. Like she's not. I don't even know what she's doing wrong. When I looked at her, it was like she's taking the normal shots. I don't understand what happened. Texas was terrible though. They showed up like that round two. They were out of the top eight. Yeah, exactly. I don't. It was like no chemistry. I like Old Acres though. Old Acres was getting offensive boards, but she couldn't get them back up. And South Carolina defense was like stifling her to put that, keeping her. I mean, I think they could out rebound South Carolina, but they just couldn't get the ball back up on those offensive boards. Yolanda is really gender biased against those two coaches. And Vic Schaefer, I just think ultimately, ultimately Don has Vic Schaefer's number. No matter where he decides to coach, she, he she lives rent free in his head. Don Staley is 14-3 versus Texas head coach. Yeah, she just lives for just like Coach G. She got Coach Corey Close's number. Whether you guys don't know this or not, I'm on the West Coast. I'm telling you something. Sometimes you just got the number. You just know what they're gonna do next. And she lives rent free in his head. Tennessee tested them last year too. Tested Texas. I think SC's defense rattled Texas, and SC's defense is going to get better. Yeah, if there's more in the tank with Carolina's defense, they need to hang their hat on that to get through this, get to that championship and to win again. South Carolina, they need to pull out that defense and 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 score off of their defense because they're not ranked very high in the country in defense. But yesterday, they were like, we're gonna get ourselves ranked up here in this defensive area. I believe that SC will beat Texas by double digits next meeting. Double digits? Okay, remember that, King Lion. Stamp that, pin that. Yeah, that's the kind of weight loss that's consistent with COVID, flu, or some type of stomach digestive problem. I hope it's not lupus or worse. No, and somebody pointed out, and I noticed it too, but I didn't. I wasn't uh, up there with on Seth's live, but somebody pointed out when she sat on the bench, she had like eczema scars, like right here in her arm, and then she got that look, under her eyes, and sometimes that could be a flare up too. But I know about the autoimmune situation, political ill, um, and this is not to like put something on this girl that she doesn't have or anything like that, but it's very consistent with the things that you're saying. It really is, and it concerns me, and my thoughts and prayers are with her. Don't forget to hit the likes for me, guys. I just wanted to come up here and holla at y'all, talk about some of the games with my thoughts. I mean, I think the most alarming one was I thought it was going to be more competitive between Texas and South Carolina. I really did. Um, I was really surprised. I was really surprised at Notre Dame. Um, they showed a lot of fortitude and resilience without Hannah. Um, and I thought that, but it was still too close for me against a team that is not ranked. And I loved my game, USC game. I thought the Trojans got out well, played with a lot of joy, enthusiasm towards each other. Juju, um, she looks a little bit more leaned out. Um, Her and Kiki was sweating up a storm, so they broke a sweat. They're gonna have to break a sweat because we don't got a game on Wednesday, so we gotta get. They needed to play a lot of minutes because we're gonna lose that. Practice is not the same as playing a game. SC showed us why they run the SEC. Yeah, for sure. For this year ain't last year. That's right. That's right. Talk your talk. Washu, talk your talk, Pharaoh. I noticed that the two is really bad on her forearm. Yeah, you saw that political ill? It's right in it's center arms. You guys, hold on 1 second. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Texas came advanced at 90 points a game, but they only scored 50 yesterday. I know, and I think that you guys don't know where my hat went. I think that that's why that I think that's why they're ranked so high is because of the amount of points that they score, and because of the amount of points that they score, they that I know that has a lot to do with where they're ranked a lot of times and what they expect of them. But it all depends on who you're playing when you score that many points. Then, then with the medic staff letting her play for, then what they letting them play, what political ill, then what they letting her play for. Hey, what shoe? Last year, Lauren Betts had COVID. Um, she came right in it afterwards and played us, and they did restrictive minutes. And then the game that I saw USC beat them at home, Rhea Marshall had COVID. And then Rhea Marshall, she never really, to me, looked as well as she does now. That COVID is no joke. It takes a minute. And if that's what she had of any type of COVID or any type of thing like that, then Madison is going to be in for a long season. She's going to be in for a long season. But let's give credit where credit is due. A lot of that uh, holding them to 50 points or whatever they had a lot to do with the defense of South Carolina. Let's give credit where credit is due. Yolanda, I know, but it was plenty of shots they missed that was uncontested, and then I have to agree with that too. Look, think about the shots that Preston took. Think about the shots that especially Madison took. Normal shots that she normally goes up hitting the front of the rim, hitting whatever she was hitting. Those shots were not seriously contested. Like she's Madison, the Madison that political little. I know you've seen her last year. That she was hitting and she was scoring. She does not look the same. It's like something is not right. This they was rattled. Vic said he tried to tell his team about SC and they didn't listen. Really, Yolanda? He tried to tell them what? He tried to tell them that about how good they were. Yolanda Hall, I have to disagree somewhat. They missed a lot of layups. Okay, they missed a lot of layups. But why did they miss the layups? Were they contested? Go Tigers! Brazil came in just wanted to say, "Go Tigers!" Oh damn! Then the coach better come up with the right adjustments, Juju. But I doubt they play Booker off the bench. I doubt they play her off the bench too. We can agree to disagree. Essie is something serious. Vic said he said that. That's what I said. He said, what did he tell them that for? I guess he wanted to let them know. Don't come in here thinking. Look, Rory has in an interview. I've heard her. She was looking forward to playing them. I think in her heart of hearts, you guys, that I think she thought she was a better guard than the USC guards. And the thing is, she has to face at least four of them. And I think they got the better of her. I think she learned real quick. I think the Rory pre-injury would have had a ball. I mean, it would look totally different. But she's not totally up to speed, in my opinion. She's not where her mind is. Her body is not reacting the way her mind is. Now, if she continues to play and if she can get up to speed, then perhaps she can become the Rory that she was. But let's face it, ACL tears and things like that, they slow you down. You know, it takes a couple of years. And that's why I commend and I applaud Olivia Miles for listening to her body, letting her body fully heal, taking 2 years off. I know it probably was scary mentally, but if she's played all her life, probably since AAU and younger, high school ball, summer ball, it's all about muscle memory. It's all good. You don't gotta, you can give your body that rest. I mean, I think out of everybody that's had an ACL tear, including Tina Papa, I think Olivia has come back the best. I mean, she looks great out there. 2 years off, letting your body heal, letting your muscle memory, getting your shot, and then she came back with a 3-point shot. Yolanda Hall, they are serious, no doubt. Juju, they got deepest bench over there at the other USC. Rory should have thought about that though. At the other USC, yeah, they got a deep bench. I mean, listen, that girl's a competitor, and in her mind, the way her motor was pre-injury, Rory would have loved to go against all four of them. Being as old as she is, being a senior, she was always up for a challenge, but um, she was getting cooked. Yeah, yeah. Yolanda said, yeah, Rory was getting cooked, and they sat her down because she said her knee was hurting her. I bet it was. She couldn't cook. Yolanda, tell the truth. Rory was not. Rory from. We all watched Rory. Rory got a hell of a motor, and I think she could have cooked a couple of those guards in past. But she not cooking. She not cooking the way she thinks she cooking, and he had to sit her down. Crazy Yolanda Gamecocks live rent free. He should have said that. He should have said that. He should have said that. I now am looking forward to LSU and SC. And don't be offended when I say this. I don't think that LSU matches up well with SC. But what I do feel LSU has is grit, grime, and heart, and a great coach. And if that's what it has to come down to, then that's what it's going to have to come down to. It's going to be mano y mano, and whose heart is bigger and who wants it more. But the bench of LSU, if Moki doesn't defer to hers and make sure her starters get rest, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hella difficult. And once South Carolina sees a crack in LSU, they're going to jump right in it, and they're not going to let off. That's what it seems to be the problem with LSU Big Smith. She doesn't seem ready to come back and play this season. That's why she's on limited minutes. Yeah, true. And I like Smith. She's so smooth down there. She's so smooth. It's like if she had a little bit more, to her game, but maybe she's just a little timid. You know what I'm saying? A little bit timid, or maybe her motor's not all the way there. But unfortunately, they're not playing Rosario just to be a big body down there and take up some room, get some boards. I mean, that could help to give Wolfenberger and Smith and Rosario. That could have been a good little big thing going on. Political little Washu agrees. Can't be offended by an opinion. Yeah, I hope not. Yeah, don't. I'm not like trying to come after anybody. I like SC and LSU and USC are my teams, so I'm always rooting for those teams. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. I just really want people to get into the Trojans. They're slept on. They're pretty much never talked about. I like us being under the radar like that. I like people kind of overlooking us while we get you know up to speed because very young team, very young. I mean, Juju's only 19, y'all, and we got these freshmen, and pretty much our seniors are Kiki Araya and Tivo, um, and that's it. So I'm just trying to get in the conversation, but get it at the end of the day. Both LSU's big add some weight. Moki said Smith's injury is still in her head. I think it is, and Rosario isn't well either. I think it is. She, you know, I think Smith is sort of timid. I remember how Smith played back, with Alexis Morris and Angel and everything. She was solid, very solid, and it just seems like she's kind of timid. My eyes are watering. I got allergies, big time. LSU's always stepped up for Carolina. It will be a battle. LSU for the win. You heard it, big girl. Big girl said it. LSU for the win. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here. LSU for the win. That's why I can't wait till they play, because it's like it reminds me of USC UCLA. Like UCLA obviously is the number one ranked team in the nation. We're number four, but when you play your rival, and everybody in LA comes out, it's a LA thing. It's a crosstown thing, and when we come up against them, we don't give a damn who you are. They don't care who we are. It's gonna be great. It's crazy up in there. It's just crazy. Juju, our athleticism compensates versus Gamecocks. All we need is our efficiency. On top of that, on the day, then Gilbert closes off the fourth regardless. Morrow will rebound with Ash out. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Morrow might have a big day. Juju with that 18 um, 30-point game, 5 behind Clark in her first season. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that nuts? I don't know why people doubt Juju like that. I mean, that freshman year was a banger, like, and it came with ease. I think because they had never seen a player like that, they never played her before. They really didn't know how to guard her. And this year, like, she's packed on muscle, packed on some muscle, some weight that she's getting used to. She has other offensive threats around her, so there's no need necessarily for score 30, but she can, and she especially can if she gets the calls, and because she usually averages 7 to 8 points from the free throw, it's easy for her to score 30. So she's gonna break that record in due time. And if she did, she still got time. Political ill. Kim been waiting, waffling a lot. We have no blueprint beyond our guards this season. It's her responsibility to bring back Rosario. Yeah, everybody's been talking about what's she doing with Rosario. I really don't know. I don't know what that's about because she's played her last season. I don't know what that's about. Hit the likes, help my channel grow, y'all. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm about like 3 subscribers away from hitting 200, and I'm really excited about it because I'm like, wow, I didn't even think I could even have that many. And to have as many as I'm having, I really appreciate that, y'all. Just hit that subscribe button. It's kind of fun doing this. I love talking to y'all. I love talking hoops, period. So I watch you. Morrow is gonna get in foul trouble. Oh no, SC Bigs are serious. Did you see how SC played Texas yesterday? Yeah, I did. Didn't Juju lead in scoring her freshman season? She sure did, my friend. She sure did. She led in, and she sure did with at the end of the season it was like 27.5, but most of the time it was 28 and 29, and she scored her 920 points. Texas bigs are way bigger than LSU. I know that old acre, right, Yolanda? She's something else. ADR doesn't play with fire. Like she doesn't play with fire. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know how you teach that. Why shoot? It's the medical staff's responsibility to bring her back. She legally can't go over the rule. It's the medical staff had a late surgery on both ankles. Damn. On Rosario's ankles? Yeah, Rosario's ankles. I honestly believe Rosario will transfer out next season to Syracuse with Valles. I don't think she's up for the SEC. Yeah, I kind of think so. Something. I can't wait to see what she actually, if she actually gets in the portal, because I don't know. She doesn't seem too happy there. ADR had another ankle surgery in the summer, so she's bringing her along slowly. She'll be just fine. LSU for the win. Okay, you heard it here. LSU for the win. B Blackman. Oh, Juju is phenomenal. Yeah, she is. She is phenomenal. You guys, like I just enjoy watching her play, and I enjoy watching her play when she plays with joy, and when she has a smile on her face. Um, to see her in person is totally different than watching her on TV. It's like these little things that she does, like where you may see um, Kilmy McMillan do, something flashy, something, really unnecessary, but it's necessary, and score. Like Jude does it to get herself out of trouble, whether it's like saving the ball out of bounds by flipping it behind her back and grabbing it and still, or when she goes to the hole and she doesn't charge and she stops like a hover and just hovers and stops midair without colliding for an offensive charge. Um, I seen her, Maryland, split the defense by throwing the ball between her legs, real slick when she was trapped, and catch it. I mean, it's just little things that she does with her handles that are special. I wish ADR would get on her shit and play big. Me too. I mean, just imagine if you had a full healthy Rosario, a full healthy Smith, with the guards, Flage, Michaela, Morrow, like LSU was still, I mean, they still in it. Last year was Angel pushing her. Now everyone is just waiting to see what she does. I know. Juju runs the court like she's a silver surfer, no effort. It's like she's gliding, literally, Bazelle, like in person or even on TV. She's so smooth. She's just gliding. It's crazy to see it. I love it. At Bear, I agree. The Rosario would transfer with Valdez. Kim like big girls, but she's way too soft. She kind of is, in my opinion. I agree, Jew. Adrian said, I agree, Jew. Political, exactly. No fire from ADR. You see how Adele Tack is playing? She's coming along because she wants it. She's coming along because she wants it. I'm sure Kim's method of coaching won't help ADR because she's too timid. You have to be able to take the pressure from Moki. Instead, she shuts down. Yeah, that's an immaturity type. That's an immaturity thing. Adele Tack is 6'6". Adele Tack is 6'6". 6'6". I mean, I always, if a coach was like super, aggressive or yells or if their tone was too harsh, I always used to tell players like don't listen to the tone, listen to the message. My dad is a drill sergeant. He's the same way. His voice is just big like that. He sometimes when you know he was in his mood, that's how it would come out. But if you listen to the message and not the tone, um, or I use the tone to put a fire on me or motivate me, let me know, okay, they mean business. They're serious. And yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's always good to jump in the portal. Some portal transfers make sense, but some portal transfers look like you're running from something, and not a lot of people are going to take a chance on you unless they're a program that is not in the top, and they could use you, and they'll deal with it. But you see what's happening to Ja, but then you also see what's happening good for Cooper. You know, I think Latson. I can't remember if Latson. No, Latson didn't play for Don. I mean, some people it works, some people it doesn't. I would trade ADR for a 6 foot center from Penn State. Gracie Merkel. You like Gracie? Gracie Merkel is so funny. She's unstoppable. Like it was hard for the Trojans to stop her, but her motor's not very high and she's not very fast. So we just basically um, outran her. Kim goes off whenever in the middle of the game. Her and KG was bumping heads, but she saw and said you have to take a different approach with. Uh, Kaylee Gibbert. Oh, they bumped heads really? Bare Beauty and Wealth. I didn't know that. Kim holds people accountable for their play on the court and in practice. That's it. It's not a personal attack on you. Don't you can't teach desire. Right on. I heard Gino tell his team, either make me play you or make me bench you. Same message from Don and Moki, straight up. Tack is going to be a force next year with Ash and Joyce next year. Yeah, Tack is going to be good if they continue. And it's good that she's there. That they're, some schools will play you sooner than you need to be played, and really can really mess your career up. And they're really blessed to have coaches that care about them. She plays 23 minutes a game. That's good. One game she was yelling at KG. The camera went on KG, and I saw her yell back at Kim and said, "All right, goddamn." She did. Wow. Okay. But still, that would be interesting. Put a little um, hitting it right on the nose. You hitting it right on the nails. You hitting it right on the nail, Khalil. You hitting it right on the nail. I didn't know that really. KG, I didn't know she was that type. I didn't know that she was getting yelled at by Kim. Will Kiyomi hit the portal? No. Who gonna take her? She better not. She got Tasha Pointer over there. She got Coquise Washington, played for the WNBA. I remember her when she played. Why would you, you know, if you can grow, through this? I mean, I see Paige snapping at Gino sometime. I mean, it happens sometime. I mean, some players are just fiery than others. I don't think that Kelmy should leave. I think people, but the problem with it is you can hurt your program with your attitude. Because somebody could be sitting there looking at Kelmy like, I want to go play with her over there at Rutgers. I want to help Rutgers. I'm I'm a forward. I can see myself playing with a guard like that. Um, and then, but then you hear about, this superstar guard's attitude that thinks they're bigger than the team, or you're hearing that she thinks that, it can hurt your recruiting process. And that's not a good look. And so Kimmy will always be a standout superstar, but she'll probably never like be a Big Ten contender with this type of narrative around her. Who am I disappointed in is Wolfenberger. What's wrong with her? Yeah, I thought she was gonna be a bigger thing. What's wrong with her, Adrian? Why, big girl? Why? Believe it or not, she will get picked up. Let her hit that portal. LSU. Everybody, I've been seeing on LSU fans is like, no, we don't want her. Ole Miss will take her. Ole Miss will take her. Yeah, Coach Yo needs something. Yeah, LSU fans said, no, we don't want that attitude over here. Wolfenberger has progressed. First time playing in the past. Okay. Brazil, for what? She's a headache, and nothing she does on the court impacts winning. Period. She never played for me. Her attitude's too nasty, and she plays selfishly, very self-centered. Exactly. She plays the way people try to think that Juju played, and I'm like, no, she's not. Juju is not a selfish player. She's not a hot dog. She's not a. No, she just gets in a zone, and you got to play off her. And if you can catch her goddamn passes, you will get them in a position to score the basket. If I got a difference between like dropping it off to this player with a defender in between us, and I know you have a tendency to you're just too slow. You don't know how to fake up, whatever. I'm gonna take it. Let's get this done and get it over and get down the court. I'm not gonna give it to you. Like I'll try it a couple of times just to let you see, and give you right where you want it, and let you see. But when the money but when it's needed, and I need to we need to score, I'm gonna take it. Big girl, no, Moki and Don passed on her. Nah, Moki and Don passed on y'all. No, no, kill me. I can't. I wanna get into her and her skills. And again, I mean, she has incredible skills, but I'm like, they don't impact winning. Like, when do you play defense? When do what's your assist to turnover ratio look like? Like they show us highlights all the time, but sit down and watch a game one day. Sit down and watch a game and tell me how all that Kyrie Irving looking stuff is impacting winning. It's not. What the fans really won't matter, but much if big time coach wants her. Ain't no big time coach gonna want her. It's gonna be somebody who um, that's not in the top 10. But if you don't know the whole story, the girl wants to win. Arrogant player, arrogant coach. That might be a recipe for disaster. And then why didn't one of the top programs pick her up out of the high school? Out of high school, she's a headache that doesn't impact winning. Listen to Political List. She's trying to tell y'all something. I don't even remember her being a McDonald American. Why wasn't she that? I mean, McDonald Americans, you got to be a good person. You got to be, community, character, community service, more than just a basketball player. What y'all take on Jada Richard? I wonder what she's like in practice. When does she get in the game? When she does get in the game, she contributes. I like Jada Richard. I think she's holding her. I think she's gonna play her when she needs her. Yeah, she just had 33 in a loss. Kiyomi had 33 points in a loss. What the hell? I disagree. If she hits the portal, a top team will pick her up. Okay, so that's one of the things we're gonna be looking for sports time. Um, if she goes to the portal, and I'll remember that when we come back here to talk about it. We're gonna come back here to talk. Everybody gonna be talking about it, but I definitely will be talking about it here. Um, and everybody loves Juju 1-2. Hit that like button for me. Hit that notification button. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Tell a friend to tell a friend, and come back here for more here on Everybody Loves Juju channel 1-2. Check out my Instagram. Check out my Facebook on Everybody Loves Juju 1-2. I think I got a little TikTok as well. I don't do too much on, but repost on X. And my godson was on the Jumbotron, the one that met Juju last time. Political Lil, check him out. He's up there hitting the Dougie with his auntie. The camera just loves him. I'm so proud of him. He's so funny. Little 10-year-old doing his thing. He had a great time at the game yesterday. Political said, at Yolanda, that's the key word, a loss. And it's it's that's the way. No matter how she scores, it's that way. What do you want her to do? You saw how the team looked without her. The right coach can teach her. I don't know who the right coach is necessarily. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about it because I do want the kid to succeed. I just don't know. I mean, Corey Close seems to be doing well with what's her name? Janiyah Barker, that everybody said was a head case and wasn't gonna last today. There's always someone looking to fix someone. That's why the divorce rate is so high, right? Right. Jada Richard is not completely healthy. Oh, okay, that's why. Because I liked her. I'm glad you said that. With the transfer portal, more coaches are going to be on the hot seat, so more will go for those type of plays. Maybe she needs a male coach. At Sports Time, you have the right to disagree. She was well known in high school, had the same skills, and no bitters. That's why she wound up at Rutgers. Ain't no right coach for a nasty attitude. She got to work on that, guys. Let's just admit that something's not right. That's why I said Moki, y'all writing the girl off like she's not coachable. I believe she is. Okay, okay. She believes she is. Big girl believes she is. She believes she's coachable with the right coach. Who the right coach is, I'm not sure. I might think maybe she doesn't respond. I mean, because her dad has been a coach all her life, right? Maybe she will do better under a male coach. Um, Maybe it's just a little different than a woman coach, or maybe a coach that she can respect. I mean, Tasha Pointer and Coach Kakis, they had great careers. I don't know what you're looking for. Like, do you want to be under Corey Close? You want to be on Coach Gottlieb? You want to be under Don, Gino, um, Moki? Are those the only coaches that you respect? I mean, we got Vic Schaefer. You got Kenny Brooks, nice guy, great coach. Um, Name some other coaches. I mean, like, those are top coaches. Political Lil. It's been 1 year and you've already written her story. Like, can't write a story so soon. Can't write a story so soon. I guess it's been. I guess I put a little saying it's like there's a pattern, meaning like it's 1 year in college, but that behavior and attitude has been with her since high school. Nothing has changed, even though it's college. It's um, it's following her into college. Not Moki. Yeah, she won't be able to tell Moki what to do. She'll be writing a whole novel with that mouth again. I heard, and to be frank, Bear Beauty, um, Angel even said it took her back for a second. Angel was like, shit. Like she said, she was even mad at her a few times, like Moki. And thank God, Angel, has the parent, the parent that she has, and has been around basketball a long time. She calmed it down and understood it. She needs to play. I was thinking the same thing. I ain't gonna lie, political Lil. I was thinking that she needs to play on the Globetrotters. Her whole team supports her nasty attitude and self-centered play. Wherever she goes, she will be a cancer in the locker room. Wow, political just said it. She said how she felt, y'all. I mean, she does seem like a player that, in the end, that's where it will be. Um, but I don't want to write her story off too soon either. Exactly, it's a pattern from high school, and her family pushes that type of arrogance. As long as it's like that, change is not possible. Ugh. Yeah, Iowa dropped out. Yeah, they sure did. They were on life support last week, but still, they were on life support. You ain't lying. It's the same with Ja from SC to Arizona. Now she's benched. Ain't gonna put up with that. And I thought the same thing. I thought Adia Barnes was gonna be able to like change and work with Ja. I did too, but Adia don't take that shit either. She really don't. She really don't. I mean, a lot of people have been exiting her program, but she's probably like, you know what? I can win without you. And I was proud of Arizona for going as far as they did. I mean, they gave us hell last year. Lil Jada and Juju Battle continued from high school along with Coleman, the big girl that was on Jada's team in high school. And she had a couple of freshmen. She's like, I'll play with seven. I don't care. And she got in the 364 and was trying to make a run for it. Iowa can certainly use her. Iowa, and nobody claims to want. They better hope she does not get to Iowa. You think that? Okay. You think Jan Nelson, what's her name, Jensen, can handle that? Can Ole Miss recover and get back in the top 25? I don't know. They was barely. You talk about barely hanging on, and they're in the SEC too. Sports time? Mm-mm. Who they gonna beat? They can't beat Oklahoma, SC, Texas, LSU, or SC. McMillan has more to lose than Ja. Yeah, because McMillan she is a talent, boy. I'm telling you, she is a talent. Um, that's what we like to believe, but only God can change the nature of a man or a woman. What she did to that black coach, I'm done with her, period. That was kind of cold. To Coquise, that was kind of cold. Oh, my. Political. Hey, hey, I mean, she, like you said, we got to respect everybody's opinion, right? I mean, you know, and there was a lot of talk like that on the internet. Spaces feel the same, and coaches, they talk to one another, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and they will suggest for you, like, who you might work under, you know, because I'm like that. I used to work with at-risk kids, probation and foster care. I will deal with the most troublesome youth when I was in that foster care circle, and we got along well, and I could relate to them and understand them, and always work with them, even coach them in some ways too, in sports. Found or whatever it is that their talent was, or whatever they liked. I just showed them more attention. But sometimes they soak up that attention, and they want to take you for granted, um, as well, and it's just like poor impulse control that they have. So who's going to be UCLA biggest challenge? Us, USC Trojans. I think I know your answer. You already know my answer. Us, the Trojans. I don't know how Maryland will do. I want to see. I want to see how Maryland does. I think Maryland will give them a challenge, but run out of gas. I think Ohio, same thing. Everybody will. They'll challenge them for 3 quarters, and then I think run out of gas in the fourth quarter. Political ill, worst passing judgment after only 1 year. Yeah, they want you political. They want you to give the young lady. She's only 18. Give her time to grow. Time to mature. Well, if McMillan has more to lose, she better ain't like it. She better stay humble. Money is the root of all evil. Tell me about it. USC can sweep UCLA. Ooh, that would be a wonderful if they could sweep them for. I don't know if they can, but it's hard to win in Poly. I think playing them for the Big Ten championship in a neutral site will be where we can, you know, win 2 out of 3. I knew. You don't write people off because they make mistakes. There should always be grace and opportunities to right the wrong. And she is. She is getting the opportunity, right? She's getting grace, and she's getting the opportunity to stay with the team. She missed 2 games. She came back, busted 33. Hopefully, not only did she score, but that whatever went on in their locker room with one another, that all is forgiven, and stick by your fam. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she didn't get kicked off the team. She's not being benched permanently. So I think grace and opportunity is there, and they do need her. There's no USC without without us. There's no USC without us. At sports, I'm not passing anything, but my inside, I don't give a damn about what talent a kid has. Some a kid has some disrespect for me is unforgivable. Woof. At political ill, hey now, political ill, you are throwing an 18-year-old kid under the bus when full-grown adults don't know better. Mm, mm. Okay, you know, I think I think I hear. I think. I mean, I think she is getting the opportunity first time. That's just political Lil's belief. If she were the coach, I don't know what her next step would be. Um, for Kiyomi, if 2 game suspension is where it would stop political Lil, or how do you think you would want to turn it around for her? How could that kid? It's a difference between a mistake and a deliberate act of defiance. You're not poisoning my team. She needs to play an individual sport. Her teammates are forced to watch her play. because of the way she dribbles and the way she carries on. I don't like that either. They're forced to stand around a lot and watch her play. But and look, sports time. Look, when she wasn't in the game, although USC won, there were still bright spots on that team. Um, JC scored more than she's ever had. Um, I can't remember. It was another player. A couple of other players were doing things that they didn't even know that they could do. It was just that you were playing a tough, you know, top four team. But in essence, they found out a lot about themselves without her. You know, so I guess what Nicola is saying is like include your teammates more. You know, let the game come to you. If you're going to score 30 something, have the same amount, you know, have some assist in there. Play some defense. I I personally was turned off because I don't think she plays defense. I didn't like that. I don't like that with players. That's just me because that's just how I play both ends of the court. It's exhausting, but it's how I love to play. So it doesn't really turn me on to see somebody play that way and have all this offensive talent and no defense. You know what I mean? Because because your lack of defense nullifies some of those points and is selfish to the other team because then you missing your defensive assignment puts more strain on the rest of the team. Knock it off. I'm not harboring no monster because they are great at it in training. It's not fair to force other players to put up with her nonsense. So that's it. She's just not going to deal with a cancer. And if she were if Politica was a coach, it wouldn't it wouldn't it wouldn't last. I mean, it wouldn't last. That behavior, her behavior, uh, I mean, that's why you have assistant coaches and sports psychologists. We did, and everybody else. Maybe Political as a head coach is not going to deal one on one with her until she fixed it, but there will be others that can um, work with her one on one and work out and smooth out some of the some of what's going on with Kiyomi. I'm not the person political. I'm not the person bad mouthing an 18-year-old kid that I really don't know. Clark didn't play defense. I know, and that's probably why I'm not really drawn to her game. But I don't deny that Clark is an amazing player. But she doesn't play defense, but she contributes with assists. Her assists are huge. So what she averaged like 10 of them. I mean, she may get those 3-point shots off, and she may score 30 points a game, but she damn sure going to contribute at least 10 assists, 8 or more on the floor. She's not selfish. Political, if you can't write a child off like that, you have to teach a child better through tough love. It's only her first year. She's not the only one on the team. You agree with me, Brazil? Yeah, I do. When I talk about Clark, that's what I think about her. You know what I'm saying? She is a liability, but she tries and she gets defensive boards, which I consider second chance points. So that's kind of like a defense part of her game. So Clark does a lot of different things that Naomi doesn't do. If Naomi could do half of what that, I will be praising her. You have to pay extra for Clark to pay deep. you, got, you gotta play extra. You gotta pay her extra to play defense. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. We're gonna pick up this discussion at another time. But it was good talking with y'all. I really appreciate you coming on in. I see 22 viewers. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. What are you waiting for? And hit that like button on the way out. So when I leave and I hang this up, please, I want to see 22 likes. I know I've had 23, 24, 25 people in here. Let's hit that like button, y'all. I know FM crazy. I'm gonna remember that. FM said you got to pay Clark extra to. you gotta you gotta put that her bonus contract, y'all. Oh, let me finish up with you, political. I've been a coach in high school for years, and I've come across her type. Your attitude will take her way further than her skills. The parents are responsible for shaping her early years. Yeah. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, political. I agree. And I don't know when the head coach could find the time to work with a kid like that. I don't know if she can't be fixed or changed, because I really honestly don't know enough about Kiyomi to know what it is that is happening with her or what she did. Yeah, but I gotta take this call because my mom's nurse is calling. But yeah, 1 second. But yes, I want to thank you guys for coming. Hit that like button on your way out, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye bye now.